Assalamu alaikum class 6. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home and taking good care of yourself. Today is 16th of December 2020. Day is Wednesday and you are having your science class with me right now. So tell me, what's the name of the unit that we are discussing these days? It's about forces and their effects. In our last class, we have talked about in detail about the different types of forces. So before I start a new topic today, let us all recall like what we have learned in our previous lesson. So we have discussed about, in fact you have to tell me that what are the different types of forces that we have discussed in our previous lesson. Very good. We have talked about the different types of forces like friction, gravity, buoyancy, air resistance, water resistance, and how these all are occurring. I have given you a brief explanation about them. When we were talking about the forces, I have discussed one new term with you, that is attention. And I told you like it's not the tension that we have in our daily life. कोई काम नहीं होता तो हम कहते मुझे बहुत टेंशन हो रही है, ये वो वाली टेंशन बिल्कुल नहीं है. This is the tension that is produced by forces. And what kind of force produce this tension we have discussed in our previous lesson. And I told you like to understand the concept about the tension in force, I have given you the example of a game that is tug of war. What happened in that game? We have two teams on the opposite side and they are holding a rope. And every team is pulling that rope toward themselves, right? Let me just draw it on the board so that you will be able to understand it more clearly. Let's suppose this is team A, this is the rope, and here we have team B, and they are also holding the edge of the rope, right? Now what is happening? They both are forcefully stretching this rope toward themselves. When the rope was loosed, they were not stretching it. At that time, how does it look like? It looked like this. See, it has waves in it. It means it is very loose. अब इसमें कोई stretching नहीं है, ठीक है? As they start pulling the rope toward themselves from both of the edges, you will see it becomes stretched so hard. There is no wave and it's very straight now. This is the situation what we call a tension that is produced by the force. Both of the teams are applying force to pull that rope toward themselves. अपनी तरफ खींचने के लिए उसको force लगा रही हैं दोनों teams. When they are applying the force, a situation or a condition occur in which the rope is very stretched. बहुत hard हो गई है, stretched हो गई है, कोई इसमें wave नहीं है, ठीक है? So this is what we call tension in string or in a rope, right? इसकी एक और एग्जाम्पल आप इस तरह भी सपोज कर सकते हैं. लेट्स सपोज we have a rope and we have put a heavy amount of stone, heavy weight of stone over it. Let's suppose it is of 20 kg. ये केस 1 है, ओके, सपोज कर लेते हैं, वी आर जस्ट इमेजिनिंग. केस 2 में क्या है? हमारे पास सिर्फ रोप है और हमने कोई भी नीचे ऑब्जेक्ट जो है वो उसके साथ बाइंड नहीं किया हुआ, ठीक है? अब इस तरह की रोप में आप शेप में देख रहे हो, जब हम इसके साथ कोई वेट को बाइंड कर देते हैं तो इसमें स्ट्रेचिंग प्रोड्यूस हो जाती है. दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल, दैट स्ट्रेचिंग इज व्हाट वी कॉल टेंशन. किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट, कोई भी जो चीज़ है, जब हम उसको स्ट्रेच कर देते हैं, इतना ज़्यादा स्ट्रेच कर देते हैं दैट इट बिकम you know, all the waves of that particular string or rope are just finished and it's become very hard and stretched. That stretching thing is what we call a tension, right? So this was about the previous lesson that we have just done in our previous class. Today you will be able to learn about the compression and how the things are bending. Let me just erase this part and I'll show you how the compression is occurring. As in your book, they have drawn this thing, and F stand for force. You have to keep it in your mind. F stand for force, okay? When we were talking about the tension, we said it's a kind of stretching in the object, whatever the object we are having. When we stretch it, that is what we call a tension in that object. Compression is making the length of the object shorter. Okay? Now how we can take that example? If we take the example of a rubber or any soft thing like a foam को आप लें तो वो soft होता है, rubber भी soft होती है. आप उसको compress कर सकते हैं इसके इस size को, because it's very soft. तो मैं इसको दोनों side से press करके इसके sides को small कर सकती हूँ. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible because it's very soft, flexible है, तो हम इसके size को छोटा कर सकते हैं. तो compression is about the shortening of the object. That also happening because of the force. When we have talked about the tension, we said two teams are pulling the object toward themselves. एक दूसरे की तरफ अपनी तरफ खींच रही थी. That's the reason उसमें stretching थी. When we talk about the compression, we are not pulling the object. We are just pushing them closer to each other. मैं यहाँ से पकड़ूंगी और इसको press करूंगी and it becomes shorter in size. This is what we call a compressed thing or a compression. That is also happening because of the force. But what's the difference? When we were talking about the tension, we said we are stretching the thing. By stretching, the size of the thing is increasing. And when we are talking about compression, the size of the object is decreasing, minimizing, becomes shorter in length. Okay? Force तो हम apply कर रहे हैं, but now in this situation we are pushing it towards each end. Okay? And when we push it from both the edge, it becomes shorter in size. वो इकट्ठा हो गया and the length is now shorter. So this is what we call compression, right? While you are watching this video, if you are finding like you are thinking like you're not getting the concept right at that time, you can comment down below. I'll see like at which point you are not able to understand, so I'll explain it in my next class. But if you don't bother like to tell me like you are getting the concept or not, then I can't get like आपको समझ आ भी रही है कि नहीं आ रही. So you are free to ask any kind of question when you are watching the video. Okay? Now we will be talking about the bending. हमने टेंशन की बात कर दी, कंप्रेशन की बात कर ली. Now we will talk about the bending, how the bendings of the thing occur. What happen when a thing is bent? जिस साइड पे फोर्स लगाते हैं उस साइड पे बेंड हो जाता है. लेट्स सपोज हमारे पास यहाँ पे एक रस्सी है. ओके, अब मैं इसको यहाँ से फोर्स लगा रही हूँ. व्हाट विल हैपन? इस रोप को मैं यहाँ से फोर्स लगा रही हूँ, क्या होगा? ये इस तरह हो जाएगी, बिकॉज मैंने फोर्स लगाई, वो नीचे आ जाएगा. अगर मैं इसको ऊपर से फोर्स लगाऊँ तो क्या होगा? ये ऊपर चली जाएगी. ठीक है? सो इट इज़ फ्लेक्सिबल एंड इट विल बेंड वेयर एवर द फोर्स इज बीइंग अप्लाइड. जिस जगह पे फोर्स अप्लाई करते हैं उस जगह पे वो मटेरियल बेंड होना शुरू कर देता है. ठीक है? जैसे आपने देखा, अगर आप कोई इंसान अगर एक पर्टिकुलर जगह पे डेली बेसिस पे बैठा हो तो वो चीज़ बेंड हो जाती है उस साइड पर. या फिर अगर आप कोई चीज़ यूज़ करते हैं, परमानेंटली आप उसको यूज़ करते हैं, तो वो वहाँ पे आपका हाथ लगने की वजह से भी बार बार वो चीज़ बेंड हो जाती है. ठीक है? सो wherever the force is being applied from that particular towards that particular area, the object will start bending. So this is what we call a bending of the object, and it's also happening because of the force. So we have learned three things related to the force, that are tension, compression, last but not the least, bending. Very good. Tension is stretching of things in size, compression is shortening in size, and bending is wherever the force is being applied, the object will start bending towards that side. Okay, these all things are happening because of the force. So what we are learning, that when we are applying the force, the things are letting us know the three things, that are tension, compression and bending. All right, now we are going to talk, we have already discussed about the unit, as the forces are being introduced to us by the Isaac Newton scientist. So I told you, like, the unit of the forces is Newton. And in our previous class we have also talked about the buoyancy force, and I told you buoyancy is आपकी बुक में word use किया हुआ है upthrust. Upthrust and buoyancy are the same thing. Buoyancy is also an upward movement of the water, and upthrust is also the upward movement of the water. Okay, now why do things float? We will talk about that, and with that we'll be talking about the density, a new term. Alright, class 6, we are done with the tension, compression and bending, and these all things are happening because of the forces. Now the next topic is on page number 91 of your book, that is, why do things float? Yesterday in our class we have discussed that, what we have discussed about a force that was buoyancy, right? We have talked about this force, and I told you buoyancy is a force, an upward force that enables the object to float on the surface of the water, right? Because this is what we used to get the concept when we are in junior classes, like from class 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. हम बेसिक चीज़ों से स्टार्ट करते हैं, देन वी गेट टू नो अबाउट द मेन कॉन्सेप्ट, लाइक हु हैज़ इंट्रोड्यूस्ड टू अस. जैसे आप क्लास 2 में भी 3 में भी पढ़ते आ रहे हैं अबाउट न्यूटन, ठीक है, फोर्सेस के बारे में पढ़ते आ रहे हैं आप, सॉरी न्यूटन नहीं, फोर्सेस के बारे में आप पढ़ते आ रहे हैं. अब जब आप सीनियर क्लासेस में आते हैं, यू गेट टू नो लाइक न्यूटन वाज अ साइंटिस्ट हु हैज़ इंट्रोड्यूस्ड अस अबाउट द फोर्सेस, and the unit of the force is Newton. Why so? Because the scientist Newton has discovered that force. Okay, and you get to know more about the type of forces that Newton has introduced, and then you get to know like 1 Newton is equal to what. These all are the things that you learn with the passage of time. Okay, अब buoyancy force के बारे में आपको already पता है that it is an upward movement of the water, a force that is present in water. In your book they have used a word upthrust. Okay, upthrust and buoyancy are two, sorry I have written the wrong spelling, upthrust. It's an upthrust force that is like buoyancy. Buoyancy and upthrust are two same things. Okay, now what we observe in our surrounding, when we put our object into the water, we see some of the things are floating and some are sinking down. What people used to assume in older times, that particular thing has lost its weight, that's the reason it's floating on the surface of the water. This is what the people, like older people, used to think. before they get to know about the concept buoyancy, upthrust or anything else. तो वो ये सोचा करते थे कि शायद कोई ऑब्जेक्ट पानी पे जाने से अपना वेट लूज़ कर देता है, इस वजह से वो पानी की सरफेस के ऊपर फ्लोट करता है. दे यूज टू थिंक लाइक दैट. Then we have another great Muslim scientist, that is Archimedes. Archimedes is a scientist who let us know that there is a force, that is an upward force, upthrust force, buoyancy force in the water that enables the object to float on the surface of the water. Okay, we agree. But why the things sink? चीज़ें डूब क्यों जाती हैं? He has also explained about that. Every object in this world have its own specific weight. You all agree with that or not? You do agree. Even the air has its own weight. हवा का भी अपना एक वजन होता है. How you can feel that? अभी हमारी सराउंडिंग में भी एयर है, हमें फील नहीं होती बिकॉज इट्स वेरी लाइटर एज कम्पेयर टू आवर ओन बॉडी वेट. हमारे बॉडी वेट से बहुत लाइटर होती है. दैट्स वाई वी डोंट इवन बॉदर इट कि हाँ हवा का भी कोई वजन है. अगर तो हवा का बहुत ज़्यादा वेट होता तो वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू स्टैंड. हमें हर टाइम हैवी हैवी सा फील होता, बट इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. वाई सो? बिकॉज एयर इज़ वेरी लाइटर इन वेट. लाइटर है बट इट हैव इट्स ऑन वेट. इट डजेंट मैटर इट्स लाइटर और हैवियर, बट इट डू हैव द वेट. ओके. Now what Archimedes tell us and what was his principle? He said every object, either it's lighter or heavier, it has its own weight. Also the water has its own weight. If the weight of that particular object is lighter than the weight of the water, the thing will start floating. Let me just draw it on the board. We have two water tubs, 1 and 2, and I have something that is of weight 50 kg. Okay, and then I have something that is of 1 kg, equal amount of water. Okay, अब यहाँ पर जो वाटर है उसका अपना एक स्पेसिफिक वेट है, इन दोनों ऑब्जेक्ट्स का भी स्पेसिफिक वेट है. व्हाट विल हैपन? दिस 5 kg will, when I drop it into the water, it will sink. इसको हम 1 kg नहीं, इसको हम 2 ग्राम कह देते हैं. दैट्स वेरी लाइटर. एज आई थ्रो इट, इट विल स्टार्ट फ्लोटिंग. 2 ग्राम. So what Archimedes told us that every object has its own weight and water has also its own weight. Also water have its own force, that is an upward force, जो ऊपर की तरफ होती है ऐसे. जैसे ग्रेविटी इज अ फोर्स दैट अट्रैक्ट एवरीथिंग टुवर्ड्स इट, तो उसकी डायरेक्शन क्या होगी? नीचे. हर चीज़ नीचे जाती है. वाटर में जो फोर्स है दैट इज buoyancy. इट एनेबल्स द, इट हैव अपवर्ड फोर्स, ऊपर की तरफ होती है. अगर तो इस वाटर का वेट और इन दोनों का वेट इक्वल है तभी चीज़ें ऊपर फ्लोट करेंगी, और अगर लाइटर है तभी फ्लोट करेंगी. सिंक कब करेंगी? व्हेन द वेट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट इज हैवियर देन द वेट ऑफ द वाटर. ओके. Now you must have a question, teacher, how the very heavy ships like Titanic, other ships that are made of, that have a lot of luggage and many people are there and it's have building, how that heavier object is floating on the surface of the water? So I'll answer you, have you compared it with the whole water? क्या आप इसको पूरे समुद्र में जहाज मूव कर रहे होते हैं ना, तो it's a huge amount of water in that sea, so it must have be higher in weight as compared to that particular ship. This is one reason. Other will be it's up to the density of the object. Now what is density? I'll explain to you in a while, but before that you have to keep this thing in your mind, that we have another scientist whose name is Archimedes. He has a principle that water also have its upward force that enables the thing to float in them. If the weight of the object is heavier than the weight of the water, they will sink, and if the weight of the object is lighter, they will float. You can do experiment at home. You have to take any steel thing or you have to take a heavy, wood material. you will see that heavy wood material will float on the surface of the water and that particular steel thing will sink. You will say, teacher, log is very heavy in weight and also in size, and this steel thing is very lighter. Why it sink and why that floating? That is because of the density that we are just going to learn about. So before that you have to keep these things in your mind, because after getting the concept of density we have to come back to this point again. Okay, now I am going to tell you like what is density. I don't want to erase this because it's related to our topic. I'm just erasing this unit name so that you can easily compare. We are going to talk about the density. Density has two things in it. One is volume and other is mass. Okay? Now what is volume and what is mass? I guess now it's clear to you. Yes. Okay, I have a question, like what you think, what is volume and what is mass? You have learned in your previous classes that volume is the space an object occupy. I have a duster in my hand and I'm just placing this duster over here and just drawing a shape. अब आपने देखा ये जो मैंने अभी ड्रॉ किया, दिस वाज द स्पेस दैट दिस डस्टर हैज़ ऑक्यूपाइड. अब मैं इसको ऊपर रखूँगी, इसको जहाँ भी रखेंगे ये इतनी जगह को ऑक्यूपाई करेगा. द स्पेस एन ऑब्जेक्ट ऑक्यूपाई इज कॉल्ड इट्स वॉल्यूम. कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट जो स्पेस ऑक्यूपाई करता है दैट इज इट्स वॉल्यूम. ओके, सो वॉल्यूम इज रिलेटेड टू व्हाट? इज रिलेटेड टू स्पेस, राइट? And when we are talking about the, इस डस्टर का कोई ना कोई weight भी होगा. So weight of the object is what we call mass. So weight of the object is called mass and volume of the object is called, sorry, space of the object is called volume. Okay. Now what is density? Density is mass over volume. Density हम कहते हैं mass over volume को. अब आप देखो कुछ ऑब्जेक्ट्स हमारे पास ऐसे होते हैं जो बहुत कम्पैक्ट होते हैं, जिनका बहुत एक्यूरेट मास होता है और वॉल्यूम भी होता है. ओके, जैसे कि स्टील, आयरन और स्टील की बनी हुई कोई छोटी सी भी चीज़ आप पानी में ड्रॉप करोगे, बेशक एक नीडल ही, आप नीडल जो सुई होती है उसको ही आप ड्रॉप करो वाटर में, इट विल सिंक. हालांकि उसका बहुत कम वेट होता है, बट वाई डज इट सिंक? बिकॉज इट्स हैव वेरी गुड डेंसिटी. डेंसिटी में क्या आएगा? उसका मैस और उसका वॉल्यूम. मैस और वॉल्यूम आपको क्या बताते हैं कि उसका वो बहुत कम्पैक्ट है, उसमें स्पेसिफिक अमाउंट ऑफ मैस है और उतना ही उसका वॉल्यूम है. तो दैट इज़ वेरी एक्यूरेट फॉर दैट थिंग टू सिंक. जिस ऑब्जेक्ट की डेंसिटी हाई होती है वाटर के कंपैरिजन में, इट विल स्टार्ट सिंकिंग. वाटर की डेंसिटी बहुत स्ट्रांग नहीं होती है बिकॉज वाटर में स्पेस होती है. ओके, वुड में भी डेंसिटी अच्छी नहीं होती है. दैट्स द रीज़न वुड्स ऑलवेज स्टार्ट फ्लोटिंग ऑन द सर्फेस ऑफ द वाटर. सो why I'm telling you about the concept of density related to the Archimedes principle, because हम कंफ्यूज होते हैं ना कि स्टील की छोटी सी चीज़ ही पानी में क्यों डूब गई और लकड़ी का इतना बड़ा पीस क्यों नहीं डूब रहा. तो दिस हैपन बिकॉज ऑफ डेंसिटी. अगर किसी ऑब्जेक्ट की डेंसिटी जो है वो हैवियर है एज कम्पेयर टू वाटर तो इट विल फ्लोट, और अगर लाइटर है तो इट विल फ्लोट, और अगर हैवियर है तो इट विल सिंक. अब अगर आइंदा आप कोई चीज़ एक्सपेरिमेंटली देखेंगे तो you will have the answer. It is because of the density that things are sinking and things are floating. This is what you get in the senior classes. This concept what you get in the senior classes, that why iron steel is just sinking and why the wooden thing is floating. So the purpose or the reason behind it is density. And what we know about the density, it's mass over volume. And because that thing is very compact, particles are very closely tightly packed in them, so mass is also equal to the volume. So that's the reason the things are sinking or floating. This is how the Archimedes principle is related to the density. And that's the reason why the heavy ships are floating on the surface of the water, because their density is lighter than the density of the water. Okay, mass we have, for the mass we have the unit kilogram. mass को हम किलोग्राम में करते हैं, kg, और वॉल्यूम को हम करते हैं क्यूब में, मीटर क्यूब. वॉल्यूम जो है वो क्यूब में होता है. ठीक है. सो डेंसिटी के जो यूनिट्स हैं, यू विल राइट किलोग्राम ओवर मीटर क्यूब, और यू कैन ऑल्सो राइट ग्राम ओवर मीटर क्यूब, बिकॉज ग्राम भी हम मैथ के लिए यूज़ करते हैं और किलोग्राम भी हम मैथ के लिए यूज़ करते हैं वर्ड. This was all about today. A tricky but very easy concept if you watch the video carefully. It's about Archimedes' principle, who said like water has its own force. We call it upthrust force or buoyancy. And some of the things are floating, some of them are sinking. What is the reason? It's the upthrust force, also the density of the object. And what is density? It is the mass over volume. Okay, that's all about today. What you are supposed to do, you have to go through the reading of this topic till page number 92, and after that you have to do test yourself question. In test yourself question, you have to do question number 1, question number 2, and question number 3. Also question number 4. Try to find out the answer of these questions yourself, because first you have to try to find out the answer. Later I'll post a video related to the answers of these questions. Okay, so this is all about today, what you are supposed to do. See you in the next class. And once again I'm reminding you, if you are feeling any difficulty while getting the concept, please let me know, because I'll try to explain it in different way so that your concepts are clear, because it's very important to clear the concept. अगर आपके concepts clear हैं तो doing question answer is not a big deal. I want you to clear your concept so that you will be able to do the question answers on your own, right? That's the reason I'm not giving you the answers today, because you have to find on your own. In your next video, next class I'll post a video. This will be having the answer of these questions. So take care of yourself. Have a good time.